Phones off at certain times of the day, working smarter and not harder, focusing on my health rather than my wealth. These are the few things I have changed so I can become the best version of myself. For a long time, my life was built around the man I used to be, the one who used to work all the time on his business, the one who used to make business a priority over everything because, number one, I wanted to be a success. Number two, I wanted to be a provider and give my family the best life possible. But something I learned over time, and especially over the last few years, is you have to own your own business before your business owns you. And that is something which I've been working on for the last probably year, is that balance of me owning that business rather than that business owning me. And it's the same for anybody in a high level job. Yeah, but you want to make sure that that is your job and your job actually doesn't own you, or you're going to become extremely unhappy and lose the person you're truly meant to be. Every time I visit my dad's grave, I see his birth date and I see his death date. And ultimately, you'll hear me say this quite a lot, it's what we do in between those dates what's really, really count. And when I look at his birthday and his death date, he basically worked all his life and had a few years of retirement where he wasn't very happy and passed away. And that is not the type of life which I want to live. And that is a life which I see many other people have lived too. Yeah. They've got their birth date, they've worked hard all their life, and then suddenly their death date jumps upon them and they haven't really lived life to the full. And they've missed out on many great things and many great opportunities because they have been working all their life. And I am somebody who is a high performer who has put in those hours in the business for many years. And it came to a stage where my daughter was growing up and only child, knew we weren't going to have any more children. And this was my only one opportunity. And so when she was around about 8 or 9, I thought, what am I doing? Why am I pushing this business so hard? Taking myself away from what really matters, from what I'm really doing it for, and that is to spend time with my family. So I decided to start working smarter rather than harder. I started to focus more on my health than my wealth, focusing on keeping fit, getting fit, and focusing on real family time by putting down the phone, making sure, that phone doesn't come anywhere near us on the weekend. And believe it or not, it's actually grown the business even further. Less time on it has actually grown it further because when I have been able to work my business, I've been focused on it. Yep. And it's that balance of life which brings happiness into your life. And it's where many men go wrong, is their lack of balance. It's where they get very lost, is they feel like they need to work hard, and they're working hard to provide for the family, but the family they're never seeing. And then there comes the death date. So that's always been a big eye-opener for me. Every time I visit my dad's grave, I look at his birthday and I look at his death day and I look, what did he really do in between? He just worked and retired and then sadly passed away. So yeah, it's one of those things where you have to find life's balance, and you hit an age and you drift away from life. We get responsibilities. Yep. Responsibilities like mortgages, cars, you name it. Lots of men get themselves into debt. And ultimately that debt kind of makes us drift away from what life is really about, and that is for living. So here's what life which fits around you really should look like. Yeah, because like I said, if you have a business or you have a very high level job, you want to make sure that you're in charge. Yeah, you own that business, not that business owns you. And that is your job, and you're allowed a life outside that job. And so what I do is that phone goes off. My phone goes off when I finish business. Nobody can get in touch with me, until the next day. And I'm not there forever checking my phone. I'm not there forever checking my emails. There's a certain time each day when I'm going to check my phone and check my emails, and that is it. And then I switch off and give my best to the people which I'm actually doing this for. Number two is same on the weekends. Same on the weekends. Yeah, weekends is a no work time zone. Yeah, I've got to, for years, I worked Sundays. Yeah, because I always had the attitude that if I work Sundays, it's a double payday because I'm going to be lucky. I'm going to get double the results. So I've let go of all that now. And I focus on my family on those weekends. But most of all, I focus on my health. Because when I'm healthy and when I'm feeling good and when I'm exercising, I don't get any stress. Yeah, I don't bring any stress into the business, which makes the business run a lot smoother. Yeah, which brings also happiness into the family life because I'm feeling good, yeah, about myself. So it's all about balance to me. I'm not saying, we've all got responsibilities. I'm not saying leave your job, leave your business, go and live the life on your terms. What I'm saying is build your life around what really matters. So yeah, you've got to work your business. You've got to go to your job, but make sure you're looking after your health and make sure that you're prioritizing the family time because ultimately that's what you're doing. You're going to a job to provide for your family. Your family need the best of you if you're doing that. It's the same if you're running a business. So it's all about equal balance. So the man I used to be would have called all this soft, you're supposed to be a hard worker. You're a man. You're a tough upper-lip man. You're supposed to be working all the hours God sends. You're supposed to be, health over wealth. No, you should all be about the money. You should always be about cash is king. Focus on your wealth. And family time. Yeah, you're supposed to work weekends. You're the man. And yeah, I would have thought that was soft and I would have gone that way. But now I've realized that that's not me in control of my life. That's my business rule in me. And that's my business rule in my life where I want to be in charge of my business. I want to be in charge of my life and I want to be in charge of my health. And to me, that is the most important switch I've ever made. And it's paying dividends. It's paying dividends with my family. Yeah, my happiness with my family. It's paying dividends to my health. Yeah, I have great blood pressure, always know your numbers. But also, it's paying dividends in the business because that business is somebody who is, when they're showing up 100%. Yeah, 4 or 5 hours at 100% is a lot better than 15 hours at 20%. Life is all about the balance. If something resonated with you today, drop me a comment in the comment box below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel.